Hey up viewers and viewresses, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. This is episode 34, so do you remember in the last episode we completed the preparations for what I'm assuming is going to be the final trial, according to what all the characters have been saying. See, I'm on the main menu screen here at the moment. On the right there you can see a character who we've not seen for a long while in this game, one who died quite early on, Mr. Junko Enoshima. You're probably wondering, why am I mentioning this character now? Well, I'll tell you in a little bit, once I just get all the usual formalities and stuff out of the way. We're just going to throw ourselves quickly back into where we were. We were outside the courtroom, as you remember. We've been doing our investigations now. You're probably wondering, why did I just mention Junko a second ago? Now, obviously, in the course of the investigation over the last couple of episodes, we've been trying to obviously unravel the mysteries of the school, you know, in terms of what went on in the outside world, you know, what really happened to Mukuro, etc, etc. And there's quite a few important details which have come up. Now, obviously one thing which was a bit less clear, however, was the possible identity of the Mastermind. So, obviously Monokuma earlier has been saying that, you know, 16 students entered this killing game, and only those students are the ones who've stepped foot in Hope's Peak Academy since the game started, meaning the Mastermind has to be one of the students. Now, I was thinking about who it could be, and there are a few details which stood out and which I kind of picked up on. Some of them really quite, well, seemingly quite minor, but which actually raise some very interesting possibilities. Now, one of the first things, I'll go through these details right now, one by one. So, obviously, during the investigation, we talked to Byakuya up in the headmaster's room, and he raised an interesting possibility about Mukuro's corpse, which we'd found in Case 5. And basically, essentially, what Makoto was kind of interpreting his words to suggest was that corpse that we thought was Mukuro's really hers? Now, this is interesting because, of course, what he wanted to know, Byakuya, was whether there was a way to verify that it was, a more clear, more kind of, a better way to verify that it's definitely her corpse. And obviously there was the tattoo on her hand, but there was also something else we found out in the headmaster's room, and that was Mukuro's vitals, her bust, waist, hip measurements. And basically when we went to the bio lab, where the bodies were being stored, you know, those in that morgue, we found Kyoko, who pretty much verified those measurements. So I'm thinking it's definitely Mukuro's corpse, based on, you know, those vital measurements. But of course, something else that was interesting about that biolab with the morgue was that, obviously, counting, you know, looking back on how many students have died so far, you'd assume that 10 of those units in the morgue should have been occupied, but in fact, the lights actually told us that only 9 appeared to be occupied, meaning that we have a body which was unaccounted for. Now, this is where it gets interesting, and I had to look back here over quite a few of my previous videos, not just the last couple, but going right back to some of the earlier ones right at the start of the game. And if you all kind of cast your mind back to Case 5, when we first discovered Mukuro's corpse, you remember when we examined it, one of the things that kind of that emerged in the subsequent trial when we were clarifying that it wasn't Kyoko's body was that Kyoko wears gloves, and by that logic it can't have been Kyoko's body because the body had red fingernails, long red fingernails. Now, I was amazed that I actually even picked up on this, because it seems like such a minor detail, but I was looking back over some of my really early videos, and I'll try and overlay some footage here maybe, but there is only one other character in the game who we know of who had long red fingernails, and that was Junko Enoshima. And this is significant, I think. I'm cautiously suggesting that could be significant, right? So, other than that, there are some other points, really, which we need to cover. Now, Kyoko, when examining Mukuro's body in the investigation, just a moment ago in the last episode, was saying that she's pretty certain the knife through the stomach and the blow to the back of the head were not Mukuro's causes of death, or rather neither of them can account for Mukuro's death. But there were obviously those older wounds, those wounds that were several days old, quote unquote. Now, obviously, in the last investigation, the one before what we've just undertaken now, we never really clarified what caused those older wounds. And at the same time, what you have to remember is that the blood that we found on Mukuro's corpse originally, around the knife wound, was actually blood from a slaughtered chicken. And this is interesting because it implies there was a lack of human blood from that particular body, which is weird, because you think if it was stabbed, there would be a lot of blood. And what that kind of suggested to me, looking back on it, is that that body may have bled out earlier, that whatever caused its original death caused it to lose a huge amount of blood, hence why the killer felt the need to slaughter a chicken and put, the chicken's blood on the body to try and make it appear that the stab wound was fairly fresh, the wound from the knife, which we originally thought was the cause of death. Now, that led me to kind of speculate about what could have caused those original older wounds that we found on Mukuro's body. And the thing is, bearing those red fingernails in mind, which, the only other person who had red fingernails being Junko, that reminds us we have to cast our mind back really far now towards, I think, about episode 5, where Junko died. Remember, how did she die? She was impaled by numerous spears. And now I'm starting to think, tentatively here, what if, and this is the possibility, what if the person we thought was Junko Enoshima wasn't Junko at all, right? What if it was actually Mukuro Ikusaba? What if, who we thought was Junko was actually Mukuro all along, but in disguise as Junko? Which means that we have a student, Junko Enoshima, who is actually unaccounted for. And this kind of blew my mind a bit at first, but the more I think about it, the more it feels like it kind of makes a degree of sense here. Because we know for definite, I think, that it is Mukuro's corpse in the morgue, not Junko's, because of the vitals. But the red fingernails thing is just weird, as is the old wounds, or rather the wounds that are several days old, as Kyoko was quite emphatic on. So, I think we potentially may have an identity for the Mastermind. Now, there is something else I'm just wondering. Where is Junko in here? There she is. Officially dead. Look at that. It has her chest measurements there. Oh my god, my sound in my headphones is going a bit weird. I'm just looking at, her height, weight and chest measurements there. Now it says 31 inches at 80 centimetres. What was Mukuro's again? It should say in the truth bullets. It should be in here. Mukuro Kasaba's profile. 5'7", 97 pounds, 31, 22, 32. Let's have a look at this. 97 pounds, 31 inches. It appears to match up in here, but I don't know. I'm still suspecting that we could be onto something here, just because of the whole red nails thing. I don't know. I feel that I could be onto something. I can't say whether it is for certain, but we'll see. We have a potential identity. I'm not sure, but like I say, it's all I have to go on at this point. I guess I'm the first one this time. Oh right, I've just forgotten. I was giving Makoto a voice, wasn't I? You're early, Makoto. Oh, she's here.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Hey, here they come. ... Miyaka's me old tater. He's not happy to see me. Miyaka's? Oh, okay. They arrived, one after t'other, but they were all in the same state of shock. Oh. Hina? Hero? Where's Toko? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial. Oh, is it? Oh, it's genocide.
Me, and so I appear.
I'm late!
I'm on fire!
Ah, strong silent master is so wonderful. So cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shape the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's a mod master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Oh. She's turning back. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Oh. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy ghost faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin. I just realised something. Did I shut my window of my room? I don't want people wandering by outside my place and wondering what the fuck's going on in here. Oh yeah, my window's shut. I had to get up out of my seat to actually be able to see there, but yes, okay.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair. Climb maximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean, this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm going to win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
Right, good for you. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope. Are you... what?
Stop talking.
Is he trying to do an accent? Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Off he goes. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byaku's went first on elevator. One by one, others followed. What are you mad about, Owie? Okay. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting hard. Like the paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
Well, you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so,
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. Ah, that Irish accent. I think Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I guess we go on as well. Nothing else for us to do here. I started making my... oh, wrong voice. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be last time. Repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs, I buggered off inside. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Oh, I like Makoto as a broad, northern English accented fellow. And that warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. I had this same thing with my wife yesterday. No, I'm sorry. I won't make that joke. Deeper and deeper it fell. I wonder how many times he just said deeper. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe. No, it doesn't work. The TH Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later. I felt gentle vibration at the elevator come to an end. Slowly opened my eyes. Oh. This is a bit more of a very grey utilitarian design for this courtroom, okay. This is final trial side. Oh, what do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Yoo-hoo!
It's the long-awaited last stage! The always exciting final boss battle! I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat!
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin! Okay. Yeah, I'll save my pre-trial prep just here. And I'll have a look at my e-handbook. Okay, let's go over the truth bullets one more time then, everybody. So, got that Monokuma File 5 again about Mukuro Ikusaba. So, obviously, like I said before, of the wounds, the single knife stab wound, which went completely through the body, and also the injury on the head, well, according to Kyoko's testimony, or rather examination even, at least, those can't have been the causes of death. So, that leaves these other wounds that are at least several days old, which I suspect could have been caused by those spears. You know, going through, you know, quote-unquote Junko's body, when it's actually Mukuro Ikusaba. That was just the places we needed to check. Okay, yeah, that's not important. The Monokuma control room, yes. Where this, you know, little friggin' trapdoor was that me and Aoi just didn't bother to actually check. Tarp, obviously that came from the bio lab, which actually, now that I think about it, that could lend some credence to Mukuro actually being Junko and having died as a result of those stab wounds from the spears, because obviously her body would probably have been contained in the bio lab in those morgues, and yeah, Junko, assuming it is her who is the mastermind, could have taken it out and moved it to the garden. Yeah. Okay. And obviously we had Mukuro's profile. So, obviously if I'm right about this, if Mukuro was disguised as Junko at the very start of the game, then this would explain, obviously, why, you know, yeah, why she now has all those wounds on her body when this said she didn't have a single scar or wound when she came to Hope's Peak. Yes. Okay. Corpse matches those characteristics. Right. Ultimate despair. Doesn't refer to a single individual even, but a like-minded group of people. 1 year ago, that group brought about the single worst event in human history. They are motivated only by despair, making them some of the most despicable people to ever live. God, am I saying these words right? Okay, but 1 year ago, that also obviously also ties it. God, I'm getting gas from me water. What the hell? I can't speak all of a sudden. But yeah, this ties into obviously the kind of backstory that we've been picking up on over the course of the game. That 1 year ago, the school was closed and the students isolated inside to protect them from something that was going on in the outside world. Okay, so ultimate despair, presumably, is the one that caused this tragedy then. Well, it says, I said presumably, but it pretty much says it there, it confirms it. Right, present in the Hideon. Jesus, I cannot freaking talk this afternoon. What's going on? Present in the hidden room adjacent to the headmaster's private room. Yes, inside that box were the remains of Kyoko's father. Yeah. Okay. Photo of Kyoko and the headmaster. And obviously this disproves what Kyoko believed, that she hadn't seen her father since. Well, actually, no, sorry, no, what am I talking about? This isn't disproving that, that's something else. I'm an idiot. Okay. Headmaster's e-handbook. Obviously that was the thing we used to open all those lockers in that second floor dormitory room. Okay. And that, of course, is where we then found these things. First of all, Yasuhiro's old notebook. Yeah, it's written on the inside, has notes from a number of different classes. Again, lending credence, along with those, obviously, photos we found in different chapters, lending credence to the probability that Makoto and all the other students have actually known each other before any of this kicked off. We've known each other before the school was closed down and we were isolated inside. So some kind of amnesia memory game is at play here. And then, of course, there's the locker pocketbook, believed to be Kyoko's. And it had that message scrawled on the last page. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Okay. So Mukuro was probably one of them, and possibly Junko was the other. I'm just hoping I've got this right. Secret on the biolab, yep, it's been repurposed into a morgue, and it obviously has these lights. blue light comes on to indicate when a slot in the morgue is occupied. And when you count the number of blue lights, counting Mukuro's body, that comes to a total of 9. Again, which makes me think that who we thought Junko was might actually have been Mukuro in disguise. Because surely, if Junko and Mukuro had been, you know, had their own bodies, there would be 10 lights on, if that makes sense. Yeah, that is if Junko was who we thought she was, and not Mukuro, then there should be 10 lights on, but there aren't. God, I don't know if I'm going to be... I don't know what's going on with me today. I can't speak, struggling to explain things. Maybe I'm just having one of those days. Okay, the group photo that obviously we got from Monokuma. This is another thing that lends credence to the possibility, or the probability I should say, because I'm pretty sure, I'm quite confident about this now, by this point, that, you know, we're suffering from amnesia and we did actually know each other before any of this kicked off. Mukuro is pictured, Makoto is not. Could that mean all the others are working together somehow? Nah, I don't think so. I'm not sure about that. Genocide Jack's memory. It would seem that while Toko and Genocide Jack share certain fundamental knowledge, individual memories are separate. That probably is going to be, you know, a truth bullet akin to, say, the chicken coop one last time. It's something which might not seem very relevant, but which will probably be important in some way during the trial. Kyoko, yeah, she pretty much attested the stab wound and the blow to the head on Mukuro's corpse were inflicted after death, so they're not the causes of death. Which again leads me back to the multiple other wounds that are several days old. And then of course, this thing, the DVD that Kyoko found and which she gave to Makoto, featuring interviews between the headmaster and all students. And yet we have no memory of this, again suggesting amnesia. Monokuma interfered and obviously we weren't able to watch it all the way through. But essentially, it showed the headmaster pretty much asking us if we were all okay with being contained in the school. And pretty much every student more or less, I think, well, they pretty much consented to it, didn't they? Yes. And this is also the thing that contradicts what Kyoko believes, that she hasn't seen her father since she was a little girl. She has. Okay. So that's all that. I'm feeling like I have plenty of information to start me off on, so skill-wise, there's nothing there. Okay. Let us do this. Let's throw ourselves in. Oh boy.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Also, I should mention, actually, because this is the last trial, it could potentially, I'm thinking, be quite a long one. So, depending on how long it's going for, I may split this into 2 episodes. So yes, leave this one on a bit of a cliffhanger if need be.
So listen up!
Okay, he's put the special rule in. What are you going to say, Monokuma?
If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Okay. So I see he's actually, actually stood with us in the circle this time. Not just, you know, up on that throne in the background.
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
Oh, okay. You're taking a bit of a gamble there, are you, Mastermind?
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
You really are taking a gamble, yes. Because obviously we know that Monokuma is more or less just a remote-controlled device. I don't think he actually has a mind of his own, does he? He's literally just a remote-controlled machine.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Is it a sensible question? Because if it's anything like the question you were asking in the friggin' last trial, it may be best just to let it go.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the Mastermind only one person?
Okay. That's actually a good question. We can answer this.
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
Do you? Is this where you're going to say something ridiculous?
You're all the Mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
What?
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Oh. Are we going to have to refute this? Okay, we're going straight in. Let's do this. I'm up for this. Group photo, place to check. Headmaster's e-handbook. I doubt it'll be places to check, will it?
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I
This
have
one?
evidence, so I know I'm right.
Yeah, it's this one, because the other one's the
Hey,
Headmaster's
you stole
e-handbook.
my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it.
Oh?
I have evidence of my own.
Is it something to do with the photos,
What
then?
a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. They've got photos
How
as
can
well,
the
haven't
three
they?
of us each have that kind of evidence?
Yeah, because I've got one as well. All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma's set. He set it up so we would suspect each other, and I have something that proves it. Yes.
You guys have all been
Okay.
working together.
I have evidence!
Hey, you're all out to get me. I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves What? This doesn't make any sense.
How can the three of us
Nope,
each have
That kind of evidence.
There we go, got it.
No, that's wrong.
That was fairly straightforward. It was literally the only weak spot in the whole thing there. Okay, well, that's good.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You two?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Or do they have different photos? Could be, I don't know.
Well, yeah. Huh?
Ah,
Wait, but mine's different.
I thought so. Because obviously I'm not in this one. I was just thinking, of course, to the truth bullets, what it was saying about this one. Because it had Makoto's line at the bottom where it's saying, you know, is this evidence that they're all working together? And then they all come out with that. Have they got similar photos except with them missing in each one?
With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Okay. That sounds like...
But that
yeah.
can't be right. Because in my picture,
Okay, what's your picture? Oh.
see? I'm the only one not in it.
Ah, I see. Okay. Ah. Interesting. Look at Sakura in the background there. Makoto's just panting away. So's Leon, actually. Which I find kind of surprising considering he's a baseball pro, but... yeah. Wow, okay. I figured as much. In which case...
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Don't worry, we'll be careful. Ah! Yeah, so he's not in this one. This one too? It's just like I thought. Dear me. So I wonder what Byakuya's is then. You see friggin... Wait, is she in... See Toko there at the back left? Is she in friggin' Genocide Jack mode there? She's eyeing up Byakuya from behind. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. These photos do make you kind of sad though. Because the suggestion is that, obviously, because they all knew each other beforehand, and then they had all the memories taken away, and they've ended up basically killing each other. It's kind of sad.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
Oh, for God's sake, man.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
No, it's a trap.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The Mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
There you go. That's it, Big Mac. You tell them.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is the ones who got the photos, yeah.
I got it!
That one. Toko.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it.
Okay. That's mine.
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
True.
In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
And in the picture Hero got, he's the only one missing.
You know, in all of these pictures, Junko is actually not looking at the camera. Well, either she's not looking or her face is obscured. Yeah, because in the first one, her face was hidden by Kiyotaka's arm. Yeah. And then in these other two, she's just been facing away. Okay. Is there a reason for that? Since I suspect you could actually be the mastermind.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Yes, please do. Oh, hello. Well, hello there, Sayaka. My two waifus.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
I didn't actually look for Junko there in that fourth one, just to see if her face was hidden.
And when we each saw her picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Yes, which is a bit of a silly assumption, really, I think.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. Yeah, he's trying to hint at the past. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Are you saying something about Junko, maybe? Yeah, her face is hidden. See? It's Leon splashing up the water at her, and her face is completely obscured. Let's say there. I think it's my first picture. My eyes were automatically drawn towards the two waifus down there in the friggin' bottom right. Yes. That booty, though, hey? On both of them, that is. Byakuya's picture. Jeez, look at Sakura up there. What's she got there? A giant friggin' fish? You see Hifumi just flying off there. To the right of her. Okay, that was Byakuya's. That was Hina's. Yeah, again. Junko is looking away. She's looking away in that one as well. And in that one, her face is actually obscured. Yeah. ... There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something. Ah, okay, right.
Can you just forget about the photo already?
I think Big Mac is picking up on something there. I hope he's picking up on the same thing as
Trying to trick me with such
me.
an obviously fake photo. I'm still pissed about that.
Oh, I don't think it's fake, mate.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
No, they weren't trying to make you look like you were wearing them, I'm guessing.
So you think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Oh, there is a way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
No, we have a lot of reason to suspect there's amnesia going on here.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Exactly.
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's... Oh god, gas, bring me water again? Isn't because it's fake, there might be some other reason, like memory loss. Or not just memory loss, but memory removal. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable, but entirely horrifying reason. Okay. Is the word amnesia? I knew immediately what it was. The thing coming up. Yes, it is. It is. It's fucking amnesia. Wait, come here. Give me an E. Where's my E? Oh god, you're moving. Jesus. Give me an S. There it is. Give me an... Oh, there was an A just there. Completely missed it. Oh, there it is. Gotcha. Yes.
Now I understand.
Now he does.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it. couldn't it?
Yes, it could.
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Well, not quite like that, but...
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
It's not that unbelievable.
We all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
No, you're all just assuming you lost them naturally. No, what I'm suggesting is that they were deliberately removed. It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it, but no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. They can't move forward until they accept it. I'm forgetting Makoto's voice here, and there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. He has a hero's notebook, or Kyoko's pocketbook maybe, one of them. Oh god, there's a few things. The interview DVD, it's got to be that one, hasn't it? That's what I'm thinking.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia?
Yep.
Since when did this turn into
Well,
some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
Not
I
spontaneous,
promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
but... Right, it could be that
So
one.
the idea that we all lost our memories.
Is totally stupid. Obviously.
Right, yeah, I think it's Owie's. It's definitely Owie's that I'm going to shoot here, with the DVD one.
You're saying we all got
Got spontaneous. Since when did this turn into...
I promise you, ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Oof, I just got that.
No, that's wrong.
I thought the purple text was going to block it.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Oh, you'd like it, wouldn't you?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
Yeah, all of you.
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie! I never did any kind of interview.
Well, watch the DVD then.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
There it is.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
Ah,
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
not lost, it was removed.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
Thank you, Byakuya. You've been a bit silent.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Okay, go on.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
Ah, okay.
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
It's all to do with the tragedy.
We'd say no, obviously.
Nope, you said yes.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
Because of what was going on in the outside world, presumably.
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same
Wow.
goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers.
Wow, for the first time, Makoto snapped back at someone. He's finally found his cojones, has he?
You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Well, you're asking the wrong question, mate. Don't just ask what, ask why. Why would I accept to live here forever?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
Oh, we didn't just lose. You friggin' removed it, Mastermind.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss.
Ah, here we go. Is Makoto gonna say what I'm thinking?
You stole those specific
Yes.
memories from us, didn't you?
Yes. Deliberate interference.
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
Indeed.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
Indeed. Could be anything. It's not beyond the realm of possibility.
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
Yep.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost.
No, I think you've also forgotten, or rather, your memories of what happened in the outside world have also been removed.
There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Yes. You're finally hinting at the why question. Why did we all accept to be locked up in this school?
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Oh, okay. The original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Okay. Let's do this thing. Make your argument. Control room, profile, headmaster's e-handbook. I doubt it's the e-handbook. That didn't really say anything, did it? Let's see now.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
Yes.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here.
No, they are.
The mastermind is probably a million miles...
That one.
No, that's wrong.
Didn't even need to go through the whole thing. Saw the contradiction immediately.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
You know, sometimes you have your moments, Toko, where you're not as snappy and horrible. Yep,
In
here we
the
are.
back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt.
Oh, or are you going to cast out?
In which case, there also can be no doubt that
I
the
know.
mastermind is one of us.
Well, one of the original 16, mate. Like I say, I suspect Junko, but obviously she's officially dead, but I don't think she is.
What? Why?
Because of what Monokuma said. Well, was Byakuya there to... No, he wasn't, was he? But Monokuma did say 16 students. They're the only people in the school at the start of the killing game. Junko, one of them, so...
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Okay, no, you do know about it because we've told you. I forgot. Right. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the Mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
Because they weren't directly involved in the killing game. They were safely ensconced in the data center.
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the Mastermind!
No, it's not. It's not any of you in the room. I'm telling you now.
Well, it's not me.
Because for a start, Monokuma's being controlled. Yeah? And we're all down here. So it's definitely not any of us 6. It's whoever's in the data center. Junko, I'm telling you now. I'm convinced now, at this point, that it's Junko. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm going to stake everything on it. It's Junko.
I blame Makoto.
Why?
What? Why me?
Yeah, that's it, Makoto. Don't take that shit. You turn around and tell him.
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
It was alter ego, you dimwit.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the Mastermind himself, right?
And of course you're brainless enough to believe it, aren't you, hero?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Oh no.
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
Thank you, Kyoko.
The Mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
Also, can you not just tell them that Monokuma can't be controlled? You know? from in here? Has everyone forgotten already that he's controlled from a friggin' room attached to the data center? And I'm down here, how can it be me? Someone's controlling him, but it can't be me because I'm not in the data center.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
We can always spend more.
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
Cause of death.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Exactly.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, not according to Kyoko.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yes, I would. I think it was a series of spears. The other wounds, okay.
I got it!
That's the option it's given me.
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Yes, I did. Body were covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago.
Yes, but I suspect it's because she was disguised as a certain fashionista, and she got impaled.
So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
Yeah. Have you forgotten already that the blood around the knife injury was chicken blood, not actual human blood? Does that not suggest to you that it's a fake?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days?
Yes.
If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes total sense, you nincompoop.
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
No, she didn't. Her profile said that.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
But she didn't have any injuries, no.
You're wrong.
Yeah, thank you, Kyoko.
She denied me before I could even say anything. Come on. I mean, you think I'm...
Oh, Jesus Christ, woman. Jeez, are you getting off on being taken down like that?
I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
What I would love for this moment is for Byakuya to reply just no, something like that. Oh, come on. If you're so sure we're going to deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Okay, so I guess we're basically proving that Mukuro didn't have those injuries beforehand. Right, profile. That's got to be it, surely. That's got to be the truth bullet we need.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Yes, that's true.
She must have been in 100 different battles.
She has in
So,
a lot.
when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Oh, I missed it. Come on. Bollocks.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time,
What?
You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Okay, yeah, I know which one it is. I just fired and it missed the actual text because it's spinning. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, profile, come on, we know which one it is.
She must have been. So,
When you... Obviously, she got all those wounds in...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Gotta hit the text directly. You can't hit the vicinity.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Bloody hell, woman.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Oh, God. You gonna say anything to that, Byakas, me old tater?
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school.
I like how I've basically given Byaki a completely new name now. I don't call him that anymore, he's now just Byakas, me old tater.
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Because there's no other evidence of other wounds.
When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Oh. Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the truth bullets, okay. Interesting.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
I suspect so, yes.
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
God, this was just last night. Freaking hell, this is all taking place in one day. Freaking heck. Yes.
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
It was probably the true mastermind.
So who was it that attacked you?
Junko, I'm guessing. The identity of the one who attacked me, I can't think of anyone else. Has to be the mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
Oh god, you're gonna try chivying us along again, like you did in the last one?
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
No, it's what you claim.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one... Oh wait, Makoto's voice. No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to Masked Attacker, yeah, doesn't have one. Should be obvious. Okay. Let's do this thing. Okay. That one's come up. This could be a lift a statement one here.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part?
Hang on,
is
is
it
this
the right hand?
Shit.
Or the left hand?
This one.
Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot?
Look, his text things.
Or could it be the hips?
The hips? Get out. Okay. The most noticeable feature of the tattoo that marks a membership in Fenrir, that tattoo was a certain easy-to-spot area. I'm just desperately trying to remember which hand it was on. I think it was on... Ah, shit, it wasn't the left, it was the right, wasn't it? Bollocks. Yeah, I've
You
selected
never
the wrong
saw
hand.
their face, so you can't have. I'm telling you now, you're wrong. There's another part of the.
Oh? Is it the right
This
hand? Or the left hand?
There we go.
Maybe the right, or perhaps, or could it be
His
the
voice.
hips?
Oh god. Our pronunciation of hips. The hips. Okay, let's do this.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
There we go.
No, that's
Got
wrong.
it. Yeah, I just made a mistake there. Clicked the left one instead of the right.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
Surprised you can remember this, because it was obviously a bit of a feverish moment.
And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me.
It doesn't. But it does tell me that you're wrong.
It could have been, someone else, right?
It was indeed someone else. It was you, Mastermind.
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you.
Uh-oh. Is suspicion going to fall on Kyoko?
But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her.
Doubt it. Oh, come on, you're not going to refute that.
Oh, no snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Aha! You're going to show us your hands. Because you always wear your gloves and they've got scars on them.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Yeah, it's your hands. Before anyone could say anything. No. Yep, she's taking her gloves off. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It's more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it?
I can't really see it too well. It doesn't look very good though, from what I can see.
It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savour words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on. Okay.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Good. Yeah, because obviously smooth
Makoto,
hands.
did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
Yeah. You're not going to say anything?
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Oh, poor you.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet.
Look at him.
Because if you haven't noticed, The circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
Ah, is this how we're gonna confirm whether it is Junko or not?
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
God, it's hard to believe these two trials are taking place in one day.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
Well, actually, having said that, it was night time, wasn't it, when we eventually emerged from the garbage pit? So, it could have gone to the next day by now.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
No, I suspect we all knew. We all saw her death. We just thought it was someone else who was being killed.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
No, there's the biolab, mate.
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
Have you been to the biolab? I don't think you have, actually.
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
It's only one place, yep. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored, other than biolab.
I got it!
The pool, was that an option then?
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Yeah, I didn't even need to look at the other options.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Yes, the very
That's
one.
right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Yes, with a tarp.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that Short body was carried from biolab to garden. There's something that made its way. Yes, the tarp. Here it is.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Surprised you didn't notice this the first time round, to be honest.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Well, I used a pair of organs which all human beings are equipped with, Hero. You know, you may not have heard of them. Begins with E.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
Is that an insult or a compliment, or is it both of them?
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in.
So it was more than just a cover to prevent it from getting wet.
Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess.
Oh, you're looking a bit stressed.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Oh, what are you got to say to that, Monokuma?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous.
Yes. 9 lights, not 10.
Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Yes.
Are you talking about unmasking the Mastermind?
Yep.
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Yes, and we know what it is. An inconsistency in biolab. Could you be talking
La,
about...
la, la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Wow.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in biolab. Could you be talking
Hey,
about...
by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
Oh god, don't listen to him.
What one thing?
Oh no, dude!
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
No, don't listen to him, mate. What? Oh god.
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Yes, the first motive for the first murder. Oh god.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
He's just doing it to try and distract you, get you flustered.
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Dude, you gotta stop listening.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yes. Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth at Biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it, the little bugger. Inconsistency has to be that one area where numbers just don't match up. Okay. Here we go. Oh, it's this one. Oh, we're doing it with Monokuma this time. Let's go. Okay.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Come.
Are you sure about this?
Shit,
That's
tempo up. No. Ah. God, he's roaring.
What do you want?
God, reload.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
God. Great.
Are you sure about this?
Shit. No. Shit. Oh god, I've got no bullets.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Tempo down. Oh, final strike, and...
I'm not listening!
What? What? Oh, shit. Right, yeah. Lab lights. Oh, crap. There were multiple truth bullets. Okay,
Are
never
you
mind.
sure about this? That's impossible!
Okay, final strike time. Get Biolab
I'm
lights.
not listening!
There we go.
This should prove it.
There we go. Got him. Oof. That nearly got a bit stressful then. I didn't realise there were multiple
The
bullets.
inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is... the lights!
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue.
Yes.
And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
Just thinking though, so does that also count for friggin' Mondo? Because Mondo was turned into friggin' gelatinous slime pretty much, wasn't he? So they just put the box into the friggin' morgue and the light came on. I just thought about that now. Oh, how morbid.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Oh man. Hero, just be quiet please. 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10 lights.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Like I say, we've got a body that's unaccounted for.
Suspicious? Why?
Well, don't think too hard. Come on.
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right, that's the key to solving this mystery. Number 1, Sayaka. Number 2, prime suspect, Miss Junko Enoshima. Leon, number 3. Chihiro was the 4th. Mondo was 5th. Taka was 6th, then Ifumi was 7th. Celeste was 8th. Sakura was 9th. And victim number 10 were Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
Not a dead body, mate. A body. Because someone is actually still alive.
I got it! The Mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
No, that's not it.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
LeJunko.
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
Yeah, exactly that. That one of them was alive all this time.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Exactly.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Because there have only been 9 murders. One of them was a fake. The reason there are less bodies than murders, explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? Only 9 actually took place, or... Well, actually no. That one. Oh shit, no. Bollocks. I fucked up.
Shoot!
Yeah, I didn't think that through. Hang on, let me just get back to that. Yeah, same person, killed twice.
I got it!
That's it.
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Didn't engage my brain there, I was a bit gung-ho and just went in.
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Yes.
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Oh god, is this the moment of truth? Is this where I'm going to, basically verify whether I'm correct about Junko Enoshima?
It was Mukuro, of course.
Well, yeah, it was Mukuro who died twice, quote-unquote, but... Well, I mean, is this the moment of truth where I'm going to be able to prove that she was disguised as Junko and that Junko is the real mastermind?
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Yes.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
Exactly.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on!
Nope. Shut up.
Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
Well, it's a certain girl with red fingernails.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Yes. Multiple stab wounds from spears.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Oh, we're going for this again? Okay. Oh boy. Okay, it's this again. It might be another lifter statement. Let's have a look. What do we got?
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
Nope.
Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
Ah, no, not Leon.
Chihiro Fujisaki?
I didn't want Leon. I wanted...
Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Right, I need to get Junko. Yeah, I know. Mukuro died from the wounds, blah, blah, blah. Wasn't there someone else who suffered the same sort of injury? Yes. A certain Miss
Who is
Enoshima.
this someone else that was it Sayaka? Junko Enoshima?
Got it. There we are.
Leon
Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe...
No. There's no way anyone was murdered
Shit, no.
twice.
I didn't want to do that. Oh, fuck me. I held the button down too long. Right, fuck me, let's try this again.
Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka?
Junko Enoshima?
Got it, right. Try this again.
Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Kiyotaki,
Fumi Yamada?
Celestial, or maybe...
No. There's no way anyone was
There we
murdered.
go. Got it.
No, that's wrong.
Oh my god, it is, isn't it? It's Junko, I'm telling you now.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Don't think too hard. Spears. God, that was
Well,
so far
remember
back.
what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body.
So Mukuro, in other words, was disguised as Junko at the very beginning, so she wasn't hidden at all. She was in disguise. She was hiding in plain sight, kind of.
When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
Yep.
Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
Yep. To use. Because Monokuma said in that cutscene after the second trial, it was his ace in the hole. So he was keeping it for, you know, in case it was needed.
Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person?
No, they're two separate. But Mukuro was disguised as Junko at the beginning. We can tell from the red fingernails.
Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Oh my god, I think I've got it right, yeah.
And that's the true identity of the Mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
Junko.
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
No, she's not. We know it's definitely her body because of the vital measurements.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
No.
Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
No. Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba's still alive. Okay. Let's do this. Is this the profile again? Yeah, I think it might be the profile. To do with the measurements. Get Kyoko's back up.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the Mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Nope.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. That to be true, then that couldn't have been a body we found in garden. Is that really possible? No, it's not.
The body we found in the... It wasn't Mukuro.
Fuck me.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the Mastermind's true identity is
Oh,
Mukuro.
God, that slowed down voice.
Shoot!
Hang on, it'll be one of these. Let's try this out.
The body
Oh shit, no, I didn't mean to do
found
that.
in the garden.
Damn it.
It wasn't Mukuro.
This one. There we go.
No, that's wrong.
That's right.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
Yes.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
Yeah, actually, now I think about it, Thingy, where is she? Junko. Junko's height was 5 foot 7 inches. Let's do a comparison here now that we got Kyoko's here. Weighed 97 pounds, 31, 21, 32. Okay. So, by the looks of it, the main difference is pretty much her height. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. I see.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Junko, everybody. Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Select Junko, where are you? There you are. Okay, this is it, everybody. This is the moment of truth. Let's do this. Am I right or am I right?
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Oh god, you gonna question it?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
Nope, we're getting the scene repeated again.
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Yes, but that wasn't. I'm telling you now, that's Mukuro in disguise.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Or it was an imposter being killed.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it, I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She were gone. I did check absolutely, and I can say for
She
sure.
was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
No. No.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
Well, have I got it wrong? No, surely not.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Yes, thank you, Kyoko. I need your intervention right now because everyone else is frigging... Everyone else is having a bit of a brain fart.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
Or maybe Mukuro was disguised as Junko. Come on, is no one else thinking of this?
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
You are, clearly.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
By having an imposter impersonate her. How could Junko have survived? Okay, same dialogue, yeah, we've seen that. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? Yeah, exactly. It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. It was Mukuro. Maybe she used some sort of trick. No, it's an imposter. It's Mukuro. What's the word? Oh, what? There? Where? What word is this? I think I've got it. It's replicate, isn't it? Or No, wait, what? No. No, it must be... hang on. Oh, replaced. Okay, that's the word. It took me a while to get that one. E-D.
Now I understand.
God, I'm a bit low on friggin' hearts here.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
Yep.
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Wow, you're emphatic. You're getting fired up, lad.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... That had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
No, it was Mukuro in disguise.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Beforehand. Long beforehand.
Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
No, I don't think so.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Oh, God's sake, seriously, none of you got enough of a brain to think that maybe they could have switched long before that ever happened? There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. No, they didn't switch at the moment of death. They switched at the beginning.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched,
Jeez, how many times are we going
then
to
they
watch
wouldn't
this?
have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met
Isn't Junko at all.
was actually Mukuro all along?
Yes.
Then we'd already met her?
Oh my God, I was right. I'm telling you now, I was right.
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
Yes, we didn't.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference.
Yeah.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Ah, okay. Oh.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Oh shit, good point, actually.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
Oh, right.
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Oh, okay, right.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
Aha! We're getting to the thing that I miraculously picked up on between episodes.
They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Oh. Oh.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
Yep.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
What's he gonna say?
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
been made clear that it's a group, not a single person. Oh?
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid?
Uh-oh.
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
Dope.
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants, it doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. Oh, when did he do this? The first time was during our latest investigation. Oh, was it? The DVD, maybe? Because obviously, if it was all the students, Junko would have been on there. Did he cut it out before hers came up?
I got it!
Yes!
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
And also the other one might have been the data center when he locked it after me and Howie came out. Okay, right, I think I've got it. Yes. It wasn't just monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant the DVD weren't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oopsie! Looks like it broke! Out of service! What? It just so happened to break just now? Now then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
Yeah, sure it was. No, it wasn't a fluke. Mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. That's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. Mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. Oh. Or is it the moment of truth? The moment of truth, yeah. Okay, here we go again. Got you. Shit. Come on. Is he just roaring at me?
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible!
God, no. Come on. Where's your next statement, bitch? Gotcha. What bullets have we got?
That's impossible!
Shit, no. Group photo. This one. Get it, let me.
This should prove
Oh, just got it in time there. Bloody hell. Oof. Gives you a little time to do it. Oh, man.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Yes, the photos. I forgot about them.
Oh.
Have we got you?
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten.
Yep.
In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Junko's face is covered, or not in sight. The unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. Yep. Obscured. Turned away. The unusual circumstance is Junko's face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Yes. Gosh.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
Aye.
With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face.
Yes.
Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
What?
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
Ah, I knew it.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the Mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Oh, okay. Ah, this one. Okay. Finish the thought. So, this is all of us meeting up. Ah, God. It's her. That's her stamping down and getting shot. There's Mukuro, yes. Let's put it in the bio lab, presumably. Let's have a look. What we got here.
Here's exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the Mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
Okay, I only made one mistake there. Pretty good. There she
The
is.
real Junko and Oshima.
God, that silhouette.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, What do you have to say to that?
Dot dot dot. Oh. What's he gonna do?
What? Are you broken again?
He's not talking.
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Oh boy.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
Oh boy.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
Oh.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Uh-oh.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
What's he doing? Oh? What? What's happening? Oh, shit! I knew it! I was right all along! Friggin' Junko. Ultimate despair. We finally exposed the Mastermind. Oh, God.
We have been
What?
waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
What?
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world!
What the fuck is this voice? What is this voice?
We've even drawn up the deed already! We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking!
Okay. Well, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap this episode up here. Because I feel like... Oh god, my phone's ringing. One sec. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. You always trust my phone to ring when I'm doing something important during a recording session. Okay, so... Here we go, we're going to have an outro here. As I said, I'm going to split this case across a couple of episodes. I feel like this is a logical place to leave it on a cliffhanger, now that we've actually got the Mastermind exposed. Junko Enoshima, as I was beginning to suspect. Well, I was suspecting it beforehand, before I started recording this, but, you know, started recording this episode, that is. But yes, oh man, there we go. So, I imagine that the next episode will probably be the final episode. So yeah, I wanted to see if I could end it on episode 35, you know, because I don't know, that just feels like a good number to try and end it on. So yes, I won't say too much other than, hope you all join me for that. If you're not doing so already, you can follow me on my Facebook and Twitter pages, links in the video description of course. And of course, before I go, I'll give you one of my usual humorous historical anecdotes I've been doing for this series. This comes from Winston Churchill, who we've had before. And remember, anybody out there who's aspiring to be a politician, you need to remember these lines. A politician needs the ability to foretell what is going to happen tomorrow, next week, next month, and next year, and to have the ability afterwards to explain why it didn't happen. So yes, other than that, please do join me for episode 35, but in the meantime, this is General Red signing off. Goodbye. Oh, got him. Shit, get off the edge. Oh, no, go. Get out of here, get out, no, get a time. How's that monstrosity finished off? Get over there. See ya. Oh shit, no, oh fuck. I did not mean to do that. Oh, please don't tell me I have to kill it again now. Shit! Got to stop it. Yeah. Oh lord, no. Holy crap, this area's horrible. Oh my god, I'm being shot to fucking pieces. Ah! Oh my, what the fuck? Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Fucking hell. Bloody hell, that did like 1 million damage. This better not be a... Whoa! Shit! No! Oh my fucking god! How many... What?